Hey everybody, Tim Clifton with SLC 360. I thought I'd do another little quick video today. Today has been recorded as one of the hottest days of the year. We've actually heard people talk about it being one of the hottest days ever. I spent a lot of time outside today. Well, my day job requires that I work outside, and it got me to thinking. And one of the things that got me to thinking may shock some of you people. It'll shock my wife even, because we kind of consider ourselves preppers, but prepping is a bad idea. Being a prepper is a bad idea. Why? You're preparing for something to fail. You're preparing for something to not go right. 100 years ago, most families didn't prepare for problems. Their way of life, living without air conditioner, the way they built their houses, the way they structured their day about what they did and stuff, their way of life, they had a survival living concept. Their daily life, the way they lived, prepared them for changes. We've created an artificial environments with air conditioning and great insulation, and we've isolated ourselves from our environment. Humans are animals. We were designed to be outside. It's getting kind of windy. We are adaptable, and we've tried to make ourselves more adaptable by creating environments that make us comfortable. Now, while the prepper comment was tongue-in-cheek, if you look at the way people live and what they depend on for the way they live, machines and systems will fail. If you live out in the desert Southwest, you better be a prepper, because you go home every day from work and you go into the air conditioning and you spend as much time in the air conditioning as you can. You take a power outage and you're 2 weeks without that air conditioned bubble that's been taking care of you. You can't survive those harsh conditions. Acclimating yourself to your environment, where you live, what you're doing outside and stuff, is a great way to not need an extra blanket when it's cold in the winter, or not need to run into the air conditioner every time you break a sweat. Getting acclimated to the environment of where you live is a lifestyle. It's not a prep. And like I say, the whole prepping thing was tongue-in-cheek. But if you live your life where you're not dependent on things that can break down, then you don't have to prepare for them to break down. I have an uncle that if the internet shut down tonight and was gone forever, wouldn't know and wouldn't care. You've got people who I seen posting on Twitter the other day, where Twitter was down for however long it was down. They were flipping out. You can't prepare for Twitter outages. There's not an alternative. Of course, once again, tongue-in-cheek. I guess what I'm trying to get across, the points I'm trying to get across is, and these aren't edited, so you're going to hear me double speak, fudge up, repeat the same thing twice. I'm not getting into all the editing. This is just me and who I am, and I'm just relaying a message, and I hope it resonates with people, and then if it doesn't, watch somebody else. I'm just here to try to get a message out to a few people and make my son proud, because I'm a YouTuber. But the concept is that if you live without electricity a little while, you go without it so you know what it's like. You acclimate to the temperatures outside instead of staying inside all the time. Uh, People prepare by storing food because the grocery stores may run out of food if there's a power outage. Grow your own food. You know, my great grandparents went to the store once every 2 months and they did okay. So now we have people who can't go 2 days without going to the store. It's a lifestyle. You change your lifestyle, you don't need to be as part of the machine as much. Anyway, looks like it's getting ready to storm. Learn to tell your own weather too. Don't depend on a weatherman who's 50% wrong. But if you like my videos, please subscribe to the channel. My son says you're supposed to say like, subscribe, and hit the little bell so you're notified. I'm Tim Clifton with SLC 360.